Welcome. I'm Lee Kellogg, and this is your Creativity on Fire weekly inspiration. So, today I'm going to talk about recharging your creativity because that seems to be something I hear a lot of. As people are like, oh, I feel all burned out. I just don't feel as creative as I used to. So, there's a whole myriad of things that go into being creative and keeping your body at its utmost creative state. And you got to have your health and diet dialed in. And remember, health is a lifestyle. Being creative is also a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle choice. It's not a look. You don't get to be just like, oh, I look healthy today. No, no, no. We are being healthy as a lifestyle. It is an everyday thing that you have to take care of. A friend of mine recently posted that he considered there were four things you had to juggle in life. It was like family, work, spirituality, and health. And he said family was his glass ball. The rest of them were rubber balls. They could bounce around. And I responded and said, no, your health, but you can't just let it bounce around. It's a glass ball. Also, if you drop it, it will break and you probably won't get it back. So health is super, super important for staying on top of your creative game. Other things that I consider important, one is travel. You have to get out of Dodge. You have to go see something different, even if it's just driving an hour and spending the night in the town next to you. Just seeing something different, seeing different people, seeing a different environment is super, super important for your brain. If you can go to a different country or a different place within your country, that is phenomenal. If you don't live at the beach, go to the beach. Go to the beach for a weekend. Go to the mountains for a weekend. Go to the lake. Do something different. My biggest preference for that is to get outside. When you go do something different, make sure that you are outside as much as possible. Like if you say, okay, I'm going to go to the beach, don't sit inside and watch the waves roll in. Get out on the beach. Walk. Swim if you can. You know, if you kite surf, do something. Paddleboard, play hard. Be outdoors because it is super good for your brain. It allows your body, your brain to recharge. It gets your brain out of its rut that we get into when we go to work every day and the normal day-to-day things of getting up, getting the kids out the door, and trying to cram in all the things you want to do, plus working. It's like you have to get out of that routine, break up the monotony, and break up the rut. And getting outside for a day or two is phenomenal. 3 days is actually ideal because that's when your body starts to relax a bit. You start getting all those nice outdoor boosts to your immune system. And it's just a super, super important thing. That is spending time outside and playing outside. Exercising outside is also important. If you can go for a daily bike ride or a daily walk outdoors, do it because that will help just your day-to-day energy, your day-to-day creativity, and you'll feel so much better because just being outside, doing that physical activity, you get your body full of air. Hopefully you're in the sunshine, or you could be like me. I do my morning walk in the dark, but I really enjoy the stars. And I try to get out when I'm home and ride my bike for about an hour every day that I'm home so that I get some outside time. Plus, dogs are good. If you have a dog, making you walk and getting that outdoor time, that's another good way to do it. Other ways to keep your creativity charged up. Visit museums. I find museums infinitely inspiring, looking at old work, looking at new work, looking at how people worked. What was their perspective from the era that they were in? Why did they paint or draw or make what they did? Ask yourself these questions. Be inquisitive. And I talked about curiosity previously. You can go find that video. But be curious, especially when you go to a museum. Like, why did they do something like this? It's like, what is it? Another way to keep your creativity jazzed is to visit an art supply store. I'm not advocating buying lots of art supplies because I feel like a lot of us have way too many. But sometimes it's fun to just go see what's new, learn a new technique, which leads into take a class. Taking a class, especially on a technique that you don't know or you need to improve. Like, for example, you would like to be able to draw people better. Take a class, even if it's an online class on how to draw people or how, what is the proportion for anatomy, and how do you convey motion and shadow and all of that to give your figures a sense of depth. So those are all things to do. So get outside, exercise, eat right, eat healthy, get plenty of sleep. Always, plenty of sleep is the important thing in a dark room, dark, cool room if possible. So get outside, exercise, eat right, plenty of sleep, play hard, which I've already sort of said, and get around like-minded individuals who will help inspire you. Watch these videos, listen to my daily podcast. Just stay inspired with what it is you're doing. And there's also groups on Facebook or the Pinterest is another source for inspiration, but I sometimes find Pinterest sort of like a rabbit hole that you disappear down too fast. There's a lot of good things here on YouTube. So find whatever it is that inspires you, but do something. Be creative, and even if you're not feeling inspired, do something every day. So I'm a big advocate of being creative every day, whatever your creativity facet is, whether you're baking, gardening, I don't care if you're folding laundry, be creative every day. So that is it. Do subscribe you can use the bell down below on YouTube to receive notifications as to when I post these videos. Please share if you think of somebody who might like to see this video, and you can subscribe to my weekly email, which will also tell you when I post these, and I also do a daily podcast called Lee. So that's it. I will see you all next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.